During a professional family portrait session that cost $3,800, my parents made my 14-year-old daughter wait in the car for 3 hours in 87-degree heat. They told her she did not fit the aesthetic, that the photographer had a specific vision, that they were doing formal portraits and she would just be in the way. Bella sat in that car with the windows cracked while they posed inside, smiling, laughing, taking 63 photos. Not one included her. I was working a double shift at the law firm. I had no idea until Bella came home that night dehydrated and sobbing. I did not yell. I did not confront them immediately. I waited until they posted the photos on Facebook. 42 perfect images of my parents, my brother, his wife, their 2 kids. The perfect family. Then I called my lawyer. I owned the house they lived in. I had been paying the mortgage for 9 years. Within 6 months, they were homeless. Those $3,800 portraits ended up decorating the wall of a storage unit they could not afford to keep. Some pictures are worth 1,000 words. These were worth everything I took from them. It was supposed to be a celebration of family. That is what my mother said when she planned it. A professional portrait session. Multi-generational. Something we could treasure forever. She said she had been thinking about it for years. That we should document the family while everyone was still together. While the grandkids were still young. She found a photographer. Jessica Chen. Award-winning. Expensive. She specializes in high-end family portraits. Natural light. Editorial style. The kind of photos that look like they belong in a magazine. My name is Catherine Dalton. I am 44 years old. I am a senior paralegal at Morrison & Associates, one of the largest law firms in the state. I have worked there for 22 years. I am good at research. Good at documentation. Good at finding precedents. Good at building cases. I am not good at seeing the truth about my own family. Or I was not. That changed on August 12th. Bella is my daughter. She is 14 years old. She is thoughtful, introspective, creative. She writes poetry. She keeps journals. She thinks deeply about everything. She is not loud or attention-seeking. She is comfortable in her own skin, but she knows she is different from the rest of the family. She does not look like them. She does not act like them. She is taller, broader. She has dark curly hair while everyone else has straight blonde hair. She has my coloring, my build, my features. And my family has always treated that like a flaw. My parents have 2 grandchildren besides Bella. My brother Marcus has twins. Boy and girl. Aiden and Grace. They are 11 years old. They are small. Blonde. Picture perfect. They look like they stepped out of a catalog. They are polite. Well-behaved. Easy to photograph. They smile on command. They pose naturally. They are exactly what my parents wanted grandchildren to look like. Bella is none of those things. She is awkward in photos. She does not smile naturally. She is self-conscious about her height. About her hair. About her body. She does not like being the center of attention. She does not perform well under pressure. And my parents have always made her feel like that is her fault. Like she should be more like the twins. Like she should try harder to fit in. I have been financially supporting my parents since 2015. 10 years. My father lost his job in the recession. He was 55. He could not find another position. They were going to lose their house. The house they had lived in for 32 years. The house Marcus and I grew up in. Marcus could not help. He works in real estate. The market was terrible. He was barely keeping his own family afloat. So I stepped in. I refinanced my mortgage. I took out a loan. I started paying their house payment. $1,312. Every month. For 10 years. $157,440 total. I also paid for other things. Repairs. Medical bills. Property taxes. Insurance. Probably another $50,000 over the years. I never asked for it back. I never kept detailed records. I just gave because that is what you do for family. Or that is what I thought you did. Bella has always been excluded from family events. Not officially. Not openly. But in subtle ways. Ways that add up. When my parents take the twins to the zoo, they do not invite Bella. When they go to the movies, they forget to ask if she wants to come. When they plan trips, they make arrangements for Marcus's family. Bella is an afterthought. Oh, can Bella come too? Always an afterthought. Never the priority. Last Christmas, my parents gave the twins new iPads. Top of the line. $700 each. They gave Bella a gift card to Target. $50. No card. No wrapping. Just the gift card in an envelope. Bella opened it and said thank you. She did not complain. She did not ask why the twins got iPads. She just accepted it. Because that is what she has learned to do. Accept less. Expect less. Be grateful for scraps. In June, my mother called me about the portrait session. She said she had been researching photographers. She found Jessica Chen. She loved her work. She wanted to book her. But Jessica was expensive. $3,800 for a 3-hour session. Plus digital files and prints. My mother said it was worth it. That these photos would last forever. That we would treasure them. She asked if I could help pay for it. I said yes. I transferred $3,800 to her account the next day. My mother was thrilled. She booked Jessica immediately. The session was scheduled for August 12th. Saturday afternoon. 2 o'clock. At a local park known for its beautiful natural settings. My mother started planning immediately. She created a Pinterest board. She picked out outfits. She sent me links to dresses for Bella. I bought 3 dresses. We tried them all on. None of them fit right. Bella is bigger than the twins. She needs different sizes. Different cuts. My mother said just pick one. It did not matter. I bought the blue dress. It was the most flattering. Bella looked beautiful in it. The week before the session, my mother called with updates. She was so excited. She had coordinated everyone's outfits. Neutral tones. Creams. Tans. Light blues. Very cohesive. Very aesthetic. She said Jessica had specific ideas for poses. 4 groupings. She wanted certain combinations. Parents with kids. Grandparents with grandkids. The whole family together. My mother said it was going to be beautiful. On August 10th, 2 days before the session, my mother called again. She sounded stressed. She said she had been talking to Jessica. That they had been planning the shots. That Jessica had a very specific vision. That she wanted the photos to look editorial. Polished. Professional. Then my mother paused. She said, Jessica thinks it might be better if Bella sits out some of the shots. I was silent for a moment. What do you mean sits out? Just that some of the groupings work better with even numbers. The twins are the same age. They photograph well together. Jessica thinks having Bella in some shots might throw off the composition. She's taller than everyone. She stands out. Jessica wants cohesion. Symmetry. Bella is part of the family. She should be in the family photos. She will be. Just not all of them. Maybe a few shots at the end. Just to be safe. We want the main photos to be perfect. Mom, that's going to hurt her feelings. She's going to feel excluded. She'll understand. She's 14. She's mature. And honestly, Catherine, she's not the most photogenic. You know that. She doesn't smile naturally. She looks awkward in photos. This is an expensive session. We want it to be perfect. We can't have someone who doesn't photograph well ruining the shots. I should have said no. I should have stood up for Bella. I should have said if Bella is not in the photos, we are not doing them. But I did not. I said okay. I said I would talk to Bella. I said she would understand. I did not talk to Bella. I could not. I could not tell my daughter that she was being excluded from family photos because she was not photogenic. Because she did not fit the aesthetic. Because she was too tall, too awkward, too different. So I said nothing. I just hoped my mother would change her mind. I hoped Jessica would include her. I hoped it would work out. August 12th. The day of the session. I had to work. Big case. Urgent deadline. I had to be at the office all day. I told Bella my mother would pick her up at 1:30, that the session started at 2, that she should wear the blue dress. She was excited. She said she hoped the photos turned out nice. She said she was nervous but she would try her best. I hugged her and told her she was beautiful, that she was perfect, that she should just be herself. Then I left for work. I worked all day. Conference calls, document review, research. I was buried. I did not check my phone much. At 6, I finally looked. 3 missed calls from Bella. 2 texts. The first text was from 3 o'clock. Mom, can you call me? The second was from 4:30. Never mind. My stomach dropped. I called her immediately. No answer. I called my mother. No answer. I texted Bella. Are you okay? No response. I finished what I was working on and left. I got home at 7:15. Bella was in her room. The door was closed. I knocked. She said, "Come in." I opened the door. She was lying on her bed, still in the blue dress. Her face was red. Her eyes were swollen. She had been crying for hours. I sat down next to her. "What happened, baby?" She did not look at me. She stared at the ceiling. Then she said, "They didn't want me in the photos." What do you mean? When we got to the park, the photographer said she needed to set up first. Grandma told me to wait in the car while they did the initial shots. She said it would just be a few minutes, that they'd call me when they were ready for me. My heart sank. How long did you wait? 3 hours. The whole session. They never called me. I sat in the car the entire time. It was so hot. I cracked the windows but it was still like 90 degrees. I texted you but you didn't answer. I didn't know what to do. I just waited. I thought maybe they forgot. But then I saw them. Through the trees. They were taking photos. All of them. Grandma, Grandpa, Uncle Marcus, Aunt Diane, the twins. Everyone. They were laughing, posing, having fun. And I was in the car. Did anyone check on you? Grandma came back once. After like an hour. I asked if they were ready for me. She said not yet. That Jessica was still setting up the main shots. That I should wait a little longer. So I did. Then another hour went by. Then another. Finally, they all came back to the car at 5. The session was over. Grandma said they got some beautiful shots. That Jessica was so talented. That the photos were going to be amazing. She didn't say anything about me not being in them. She just acted like it was normal. What did you say? I asked if they got any shots with me. Grandma looked confused. Then she said, "Oh, right. I forgot. Well, we ran out of time. Jessica had to leave. Maybe next time." I felt rage building. Cold, quiet rage. Did anyone else say anything? Uncle Marcus said sorry as we were driving home. But he didn't sound sorry. He sounded relieved. Like he was glad I wasn't in the photos. Like I would have ruined them. I held Bella while she cried. Again. I had held her through so many moments like this. So many times she had been excluded, overlooked, made to feel like she was not enough. And I had allowed it. I had made excuses. I had told her to be understanding. I had told her family was important. I had enabled every single moment. I'm so sorry, baby. This is not okay. This is not your fault. You are beautiful and perfect and they are wrong. So wrong. Why don't they like me, Mom? What's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. Everything is wrong with them. She cried herself to sleep. I stayed with her until she was out. Then I went to my room. I did not cry. I did not call my mother. I just sat in the dark and thought. Calculated. Planned. At 9, my mother posted on Facebook. The photos were ready. Jessica had already delivered the digital files. My mother posted 42 photos. Every single one was perfect. Professional. Editorial quality. My parents looking distinguished. Marcus and his family looking like a catalog spread. The twins looking angelic. Everyone smiling. Happy. Beautiful. Not one photo included Bella. Not one. The comments started immediately. Beautiful family. Gorgeous photos. You all look amazing. What a perfect family. Person after person praising the photos. Praising the family. Praising the aesthetic. Not one person asked where Bella was. Not one person noticed she was missing. Because to them, she was not part of the family. She never had been. I looked at every single photo. I studied them. The composition. The lighting. The poses. They were perfect. Technically flawless. And completely heartless. $3,800. 3 hours. 63 photos taken. Not one included my daughter. I opened my laptop. I found the documentation I needed. The house my parents lived in was in my name. I had bought it from them in 2015 when they were going to lose it. They lived there rent-free. I paid everything. Mortgage. Taxes. Insurance. Repairs. Everything. I had documentation of every payment. Every transfer. Every expense. Over $200,000 over 10 years. I called my lawyer Monday morning. His name is Richard Morrison. He is a senior partner at my firm. I told him I needed to evict my parents from a property I owned. He asked if I was sure. I said yes. He asked what prompted this. I told him about the photo session. About Bella waiting in the car for 3 hours. About the 42 photos that excluded her. About 10 years of watching her be treated like she did not matter. He was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "I'll start the paperwork today." I also called an accountant. I asked about the money I had given my parents. Was any of it recoverable? She said if I had documentation proving it was loans, not gifts, I could pursue repayment. I said I had 10 years of bank statements. I had text messages where my mother promised to pay me back when things got better. Things never got better. She never paid me back. The accountant said I had a case. I said start the process. I did not call my mother. I did not give her a warning. I just set everything in motion. The eviction notice was delivered Wednesday. Certified mail. My parents had 60 days to vacate. My mother called me immediately. She was hysterical. "Catherine, what is this? An eviction notice? You're kicking us out of our house." "It's my house. I've been paying for it for 10 years. You've paid nothing. I want you out. Why are you doing this? What did we do?" "You excluded Bella from the family photos. You made her wait in the car for 3 hours in the heat. You spent $3,800 of my money on photos that don't include my daughter. So yes, I want you out. That's what this is about? The photos?" "Catherine, there were logistical reasons. The photographer had a vision. Bella didn't fit. It wasn't personal. It was absolutely personal. You told her she didn't fit the aesthetic. You made her wait in a hot car while you took 63 photos without her. You posted 42 photos on Facebook showing the perfect family. Except Bella isn't in your perfect family. So now you don't get to live in my house. You can't do this. We're your parents. We raised you. We have nowhere to go. Bella is my daughter. I raised her. And you've spent her entire life making her feel like she doesn't belong. So now you get to feel what that's like. Not belonging. Not having a place. Figure it out." I hung up. My father called next. He tried to reason with me. He said they were old. They were on fixed incomes. They could not afford to move. They could not afford rent. They had nowhere to go. I said they should have thought of that before they excluded Bella. He said I was overreacting. That it was just photos. I said it was 14 years of photos. 14 years of holidays. 14 years of making Bella feel invisible. The photos were just the final straw. He hung up on me. Marcus called. He was angry. "You're really going to make Mom and Dad homeless over this? Over a photo session?" I paid for that photo session. $3,800. And they used it to exclude my daughter. So yes. Bella could have been in some of the photos. She chose to wait in the car. She was told to wait in the car. She was 14 years old. She did what the adults told her to do. Don't blame her for your cruelty. We weren't being cruel. We were being practical. Jessica had a vision. Bella didn't fit. It's not her fault. It's just the way it is. Then this eviction is just the way it is. It's not personal. It's practical. I own the house. I want them out. Simple as that. He hung up on me too. They tried everything to stop the eviction. They hired a lawyer. Claimed they had squatters' rights. The judge laughed. They claimed I had gifted them the house. I had documentation proving otherwise. They claimed I was mentally unstable. I had character references from partners at my law firm. Every claim was dismissed. They also tried to turn family against me. Called aunts, uncles, cousins. Told them I was heartless. That I was destroying the family over nothing. Some people believed them. Sent me angry messages. Told me I was wrong. I blocked them all. The people who mattered knew the truth. 60 days came and went. My parents did not move. On day 61, the sheriff showed up. They were forcibly removed. They had 2 hours to pack essentials. The rest went to storage. They moved in with Marcus. His house was small. 2 bedrooms. He, his wife, and the twins were already crowded. Adding my parents made it worse. There was constant tension. Constant fighting. Marcus called me 3 times asking if they could come back. I said no every time. I also filed the claim for the money I had given them. $207,000 over 10 years. With interest. They could not pay. They did not have it. I put a lien on any assets they had. Their car. Their furniture. Their belongings. If they ever sold anything, I would get paid first. They were trapped. Broke. Dependent on Marcus. Who was struggling under the weight of supporting them. The house sold in 4 months. A young couple with a new baby. They were so excited. They talked about making it a home. About raising their family there. About creating happy memories. I signed the papers and walked away with $93,000 after paying off the remaining mortgage and costs. I put it all in Bella's college fund. Bella asked me once if I felt bad about what happened to Grandma and Grandpa. I told her no. I told her they had choices. They chose to exclude her. They chose to make her feel invisible. They chose their perfect aesthetic over her heart. And now they were living with the consequences. She nodded. She said she did not feel bad either. She said she felt free. Fast forward 18 months. Bella is 15 now. She is thriving. She is confident. Creative. She knows her worth. She does not accept less than she deserves. She has friends who value her. Teachers who see her. A therapist who helps her process everything. She is writing a book. Poetry and prose. About growing up different. About finding your own family. About learning that blood does not equal love. I am doing well too. I am still at the law firm. Still working hard. Still providing for Bella. We moved into a smaller apartment. More affordable. More manageable. Just the 2 of us. We are building something new. Something healthy. Something that feels like real family. My parents are still living with Marcus. It has been 18 months. His marriage is suffering. Diane is resentful. The twins are acting out. There is no privacy. No peace. Marcus called me last month. He was crying. He said he could not do it anymore. That they needed to find somewhere else to live. He asked if I would help them. I said no. He said I was destroying his family. I said he destroyed mine first. He hung up. The portrait session photos still exist. 42 perfect images. They are still on my mother's Facebook. Still getting likes. Still getting comments about what a beautiful family we are. But those photos cost them everything. Their home. Their independence. Their relationship with me. Their relationship with Bella. $3,800. The most expensive photos they will ever take. Sometimes people ask me if I regret it. If I feel guilty. If I think I went too far. The answer is no. My daughter sat in a hot car for 3 hours while my family took professional photos without her. They spent my money to document the perfect family. A family that did not include her. They made her feel invisible, unwanted, less than. So yes, I evicted them. Yes, I sued them. Yes, I took everything. And I would do it again. Without hesitation. Because my daughter is worth more than their perfect aesthetic. My daughter's feelings are worth more than their curated image. My daughter is worth everything. Bella knows I chose her. She knows I fought for her. She knows that when they excluded her, I excluded them. Permanently. That is the lesson I want her to learn. That she deserves to be seen, valued, included. And if people cannot do that, they do not deserve to be in her life. No matter who they are. So, what do you think? Did I go too far, or just far enough? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more stories about mothers who chose their children over toxic families, do not forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. I've got 2 more stories queued up for you, both about the moment we realized protecting our kids means walking away from the people who were supposed to love them. Click on whichever one calls to you. Until next time, remember, family is about who shows up, not who shows up in your DNA.